Hey guys, wanted to share with you one of my newer acquisitions in knives. It's a Spyderco. Um, I was into Spyderco a long time ago and had a lot of them at one time, and then sold a lot of them off. But I really do appreciate the quality of Spyderco and what they produce. Um, they make quality knives, and as most of you already know that. So I'm slowly getting back into them. There's a few that I have my eye on, but this was one, being a smaller knife, I really wanted to check out. This is a Sprint Run. It's a Jester, and it's in G10, gray G10. Let's check it out. Great size knife. It's really tiny. You could indeed put this on your keychain. I wanted to point out to you, let me put this down just for a minute, something that Spyderco does in their knives, which I appreciate. They call it the education. Okay, and it gives you basically a full description of the individual knife. Now, a lot of companies, they'll talk about their knife company and their philosophies, but they don't take the time to break down each knife. And I don't know if they do this for every knife, but I think it's kind of cool that they would go through and take the time. Obviously, they've invested a lot of research into these designs, and they want to share it with the customer, and I appreciate that. So basically, what this just says is that they don't just shrink down a knife. They're not taking a Delica or an Endura and just making it small. They are actually putting the research from the bottom up and developing a small size knife that's not just a toy. I mean, you look at the size of this knife and you think, oh, it's just a little toy, but it's not. This is actually a fully functional tool that is, I think, can be a great asset to your EDC. Let's go ahead and take a look at this blade shape. That's what makes this unique. The Jester, it's what I like about it. It has this deep cutout here, and if you can see at the top there, it's got jimping right there at the top towards the tip of the blade, which is unique, and of course your standing jimping on the back. This is for being able to place your hand right there, your finger right there, and doing some slicing, like if you were to cut out some photo out of a magazine or a newspaper, or to cut slices or holes into cardboard. Can really make the job easier with that. And of course the traditional handle style. You can also put your thumb up here at the top, and what I've found, I do a lot of wood carving, and I've been messing with this, and this really is a nice, I really like how this thing can slice really well. The Spyderco's edges are so thin that really makes it really nice for carving wood and making stop cuts. That wasn't very good, but it's hard to do it with this camera where it is. Anyway, get an idea there that it's nice. I mean, it's not the most ideal, but if you're on the road and you want a knife in your folding knife, this could come in handy, and is really pretty comfortable for its size. I was surprised. Move that across there. Like I said, it came about. It's a modification of the earlier version, the Ladybug. Now this is an old school Ladybug. This is one of the first Spydercos I owned back in the 90s. I purchased this. I believe it was ATS 55 steel before VG-10 came out and was popular. Pretty good steel, not quite as good. It's stayed sharp. Lost its edge a little faster than VG-10, but sharpens up really easily. Now this, you can still get the Ladybug. Back in the day when I purchased this, all you could get was this serrated or half serrated version. Combo edge. They didn't make the plain edge back then. I like that they make plain edges now. I prefer that. In fact, I like to get another ladybug. I think I like the Zytel or the FRN. It's a little thinner and it's a lot lighter than the G-10 version. Not a lot, but I mean, this thing is nothing. You couldn't notice at all, especially on a keychain. I'd probably put this. I'd hesitate to put this on a keychain for my own taste. I know people wouldn't hesitate to do it, but for me, it's a little heavy. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably rather just slip it in my pocket, maybe with a lanyard. It's got a nice lanyard hole there. Can fit 550 paracord in there pretty easily, and it's a good one. I'm excited about this one. I like small knives, as you know, and this is a really small knife, but it's one you will not notice in your pocket. And this unique blade shape is, I think, is outstanding. Very functional, and definitely proves to hold its own in the knife arena as a secondary knife. One that is not going to intimidate anybody. The gray G10 is I think looks outstanding on this. Fit and finish on this one is superb. No side-to-side blade play, no up and down. Centered. Couldn't ask for a better example. Anyway, if you're looking for a small knife, I know they're still selling these. It is a sprint run, so these will be gone sooner or later. So if you're interested, I'd go out and pick one of these up. They're not cheap. You know, they're not going to be as cheap as the Zytel, and being a sprint run, they're a little more expensive. But the quality here, I think they're worth it. And one thing about a Spydercos is they tend to retain their value, especially the sprint runs. And when they're gone, they tend to go up in price. So you could even use this one and probably sell it down the road for what you paid for it. Anyway, great knife. Highly recommend it. Thanks, guys.